Welcome to our Parent University series on how to support math learning at home. My name is Melsa, and I'm the Family Engagement Specialist here at DCPS. Today, we'll hear from Alexis Harris, who will share with us the importance of having math conversations at home and how you can do that with your child.
Hi, welcome everyone. I'm Alexis Harris and I serve on the elementary math and science team. And my team is primarily responsible for working with school leaders, coaches, and teachers on content and instruction with all things math and science. So, in everyday interactions with children, there are many things that parents, families, and caregivers can do without lecturing or applying pressure that help children learn, solve problems, and communicate mathematically and demonstrate reasoning abilities. These skills are fundamental to learning mathematics. I'm going to share 3 ways that families can use everyday math conversations at home to support their students. One, understanding problems don't just exist on the pages of schoolwork. Throughout the course of the day, there are opportunities to be a problem solver. A problem solver is someone who questions, finds, investigates, and explores solutions to problems, demonstrates ability to stick with a problem, to find a solution, understands that there may be different ways to arrive at an answer, and applies math successfully to everyday situations. You can encourage your child to be a good problem solver by including him or her in routine activities that involve math. For example, measuring things in the kitchen, weighing objects in the house, figuring out cost, and comparing prices of things on store runs. Another attitude that helps launch good conversations at home about math is understanding every day around us are opportunities to communicate mathematically. To communicate mathematically means to use mathematical language, numbers, charts, or symbols to explain things and explain the reasoning for solving a problem in a certain way, rather than just giving an answer. It also means careful listening to understand others' ways of thinking and reasoning. You can help your child learn to communicate mathematically by asking him or her to explain what he or she must do to solve a math problem or how he or she arrived at an answer. You could ask your child to draw a picture or diagram to show how they arrived at their answer. And finally, math conversation starters that promote mathematical reasoning are very effective. Mathematical reasoning ability means thinking logically, being able to see similarities and differences in objects or problems, making choices based on those differences, and thinking about relationships among things. You can encourage your child's mathematical reasoning ability by talking frequently about him or her about the thought processes. Ask them questions to explain their thinking, such as, what did you find out? To transfer knowledge from one context to another, ask, what are you using to help you solve this problem? To prove that something is true or false, ask them, why does that work? Yes, so in having everyday math conversations at home, there are resources that are available online that you can use to engage in this thing called math discourse. So, one of the ones that I would like to share with you first are these iReady math discourse activities that are available for grade bands K to 5 and 6 through 8. These math discourse cards give you questions that you can ask your student that help them make sense of problems that they're trying to solve and persevere in solving them. Also, reason, explain, and critique their thinking, as well as make connections to other things that they've learned. You can use these question prompts in your everyday conversations, as well as supporting your child in doing their homework. Another resource that I'd like to highlight is Estimation 180. This is a free online resource that gives you access to different math tasks and allows your child to have practice at home, estimating and unlocking mathematical reasoning. Last, I'd like to introduce the I Am Talking Math resource that provides you the parent, family, provider, to give your child tasks with visuals aligned to their grade level so that they can practice skills that they're learning in school. It gives you the talking points and prompts you with how to support your child as they work through the math test.
Thank you for sharing those. I like the iReady resources. It specifically tells me what I can say to my child to help them think critically through the math they're working on. I like that the resource, the estimation 100, estimate 180. I like that resource, it maps it out for 200 days or more. Just you click, and every day there's something to do that is different yet related to the day before. And the I am math talking points, I love how it's broken down from K through fifth. This is important for me because I might have a first grader and a fifth grader, and we can have conversations together about the same image, just at the math level that they're at. So that's a great
Yes.
one to try as a family. Yeah. Now I have a couple of questions, and these questions are the most frequently asked questions that we get from parents. It's only 3 questions, and I'll start with the first one. How do I get past my own lack of comfort in math conversations?
That's a great question. First, I think it's important to understand that problems can be solved in different ways. So, although most math problems have only one answer, there may be many ways to get to that answer. In your conversations with your child, highlight learning math is more than finding the correct answer. It's also a process of solving problems and applying what you've learned to new problems. So take the stress off yourself about not being right and lean into the thinking behind the math all around you. That's what's most beneficial to your child's development.
Thank you. My second question is, how can I come up with my own math conversation topics?
So that is easy. It's all around you. Point out the many jobs that require mathematical skills. Your child may recognize that people must have good math skills to do their jobs, such as scientists, doctors, computer technicians, accountants, and bankers, for example. However, they may not realize that other jobs also require math. Point out that math is also used in jobs such as running a business, being a plumber, carpenter, electrician, mechanic, being a salesperson or a clerk, and designing clothes or buildings. Let them know that having strong math skills will open up many great career opportunities. As you encounter different professionals in your day to day life, ask your child how they think math shows up in their work.
Thank you. My third question is about how do I engage with my child and what they're learning at school. When my child arrives and I say, "How is school?" They're like, "Fine." So, what questions should I be asking my child about what they're learning at school to get more information from them?
Yes. So, questions that give you insight into your child's disposition towards math, as well as their skills, are best to ask. Things such as, what kind of attitude do you have towards math? Do you believe that math skills you are learning are important to have now and in the future? What's the best part of math class today? Did you learn something you can teach me? How confident do you feel with what you are learning currently? Is there anything we can practice at home to make you more confident? These types of questions will help you assess your child's disposition as well as give you insight into what they're actually learning.
Thank you. Um, Excellent. So we talked a lot about resources that we can try, conversations that we can have. Um, but as a really busy parent, what is the most high impact action I can take to support my child's learning at home?
Absolutely. So it's all around you and it's ever present. Help your child see that mathematics that he or she is learning is very much a part of everyday life, from statistics in sports to the sale price of clothing to the amount of gas needed to travel from one place to another. Mathematics is important to us every day. Help your child link their school math to practical life events. Find connections to what your child is learning in school and in the world around you, and memorialize it in a photo. Take a picture of something relevant to their learning. Have your child express how they see the connection to what is happening in school to a situation that you all encounter in everyday life. Give it a try.
Thank you, Alexis, for sharing all those great resources to continue having math conversations at home. If you would like to learn more about how you can support your child learning at home, please follow our other videos in this series. We have one specifically for elementary school and we have one for secondary school. If you would like to connect with us, please feel free to follow us on social media. Thanks.